right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going here. Patrick Morrison here in the booth with Simtrax Broadcasting, coming to you live here Saturday night with the GRaceland Shootout Series. I see a bunch of you guys out there already in the chat. Nita, Kathy, Beth. Boy, you got you ladies definitely get out there pretty quick. Shane Devine, there you are. Elvis Stelt brother is playing. Yes, he is. He's out here as well. Hopefully, right now I have him sitting top on the chart out there during practice. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Do want to give a shout out there to 5 Star Beverages, going ahead and sponsoring this GRaceland Shootout League this series. And this season, I'm pretty excited about that. And actually to see who comes away with an all-new pole award with the Beef Jerky Unlimited. These guys get 2 bags of beef jerky if they can get the pole here each and every race. Last week was actually Rural Thane that was at Las Vegas. Definitely was an interesting race to say the least. Some of those guys have hammered out some of the dents, some replaced engines, some new trucks out there, definitely for some bent frames. But they've hammered them out. Guys have come back out here, and right now locked and loaded 23 drivers if the other guy is able to get behind the wheel. So far, so good. Last week was Austin Evans, Ken Zeems, and Cox ended up making it there for the 1, 2, 3 positions. Really good to see that David Cox was actually able to get into a podium position. That's the first time I've seen him make it, and he sounded pretty excited about getting up there. But it wasn't for lack of trying. A lot of guys getting smashed to pieces out there, but they're going to try it a lot differently here at Texas. This 1.5 mile track is home to everything from NASCAR's top 3 classes to the open wheelers of the Indy NASCAR series. His track has actually been pretty good to Dale Earnhardt Jr. He won his first ever NASCAR Nationwide Series in 1998, and then 2 years later won his first NASCAR Sprint Car Series. But then they took Texas and they tore it all apart. And then after his Nationwide Series, they took the oval, they reconfigured it, and eliminating an 8-degree section of the dual banking that they had out there in the turn. So a lot of these guys you're going to see out there with a whole lot of trouble trying to figure out how they fare out there. The turn not being banked as easy as it normally is. A lot of turning pressure and a lot of this race depends on how they enter the turn. If these guys are side by side, which we're taking a look at actually, Philip Temples is sitting 3rd here in the practice, and Austin Evans last week winner there sitting in 12th. How well it's going to do, but it didn't seem to affect some of these other drivers out there. Kenny Brack won the pole at a sizzling 233 miles an hour before the green flag could wave the following day. The race was canceled. And some of the drivers, quote, said that they were experiencing disorientation and dizziness due to sustained G loading on the banking. So they took a lot of this, changed it a little bit, and tried to flatten it out there a little bit for some of these guys not to be able to go as fast out here on the track. Hopefully we'll see these guys get squared away here in just a moment. They should be getting ready for qualifying here, starting at 6:30. I appreciate all you guys joining me here tonight. Definitely lighting that chat up. I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right, let's see if we can find a few other drivers out here on the track. Adam Robertson, I think he had a little bit of a problem with disconnect issue, and I think he's squared away. Everything looking pretty solid here so far. Let's see if we can go ahead and take a quick look at what we've got going on here so far while we have the chance. I want to see if we can go ahead and show our points lead here so far. So Robert Baumdude in the lead. Thomas Delago sitting 2nd. Adam Robertson sitting 3rd. It'll be between 101 and 88 points. After that, it starts stacking up pretty tight here. These guys do get 10 points for hitting the pole mark. And then down from there, and then they continue with the points, 43 for the win, and then counting down from there. So some of these guys having a good time, some of these guys not so good. So a lot of these, shuffling back and forth as we can go. We're taking a look at the guys who have scored points already here on the screen. I do believe I have about 48 drivers. I got 27 with points. So that should be 28 with points. So that should be looking pretty solid here so far. So let's go ahead and see what they've got here underway and who can go ahead and get themselves some beef jerky here. I'm pretty excited to see what they've got on that. Lining up for this one. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this popped up. There we go. Looks like Bobby Narberg's already out there. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. Alright, we'll see if we can find Billy Stanley out there as well as he gets around the track here a couple of times. I know he's rocking a little bit different paint scheme tonight. So we'll see if we can find Billy Stanley out there. Doug Neal's out here as well in the 77 Chevrolet. Doug Neal's been doing pretty well here so far. Right now, I believe top 10 in the points. Kevin Orlando out there in the chat. Oh no, Texas. Oh yes, Texas. Are you kidding me? Ha! All right, looks like first row here for Billy Stanley, sitting right now on the pole. Here's a look at his paint job there. Looking pretty solid here so far. Let's see if he can nail down a faster time. I will say Billy Stanley wasn't as fast during the practice as some of these other guys. He did turn almost over 90 laps for practice, so he's feeling pretty confident here so far. But he's got to reach out and grab just a little more, and he does. Right over Philip Temples, but Philip Temples is going to have another lap here to try again. Philip Temples has got to really bring on the heat here. He had a better turn 1 and 2. But we'll see if that 3 and 4 matters, and it did. Woo, man. Whoa. 29.91. Holy cow. Philip Temples smoking out here tonight. Definitely had a bad turn there at Las Vegas, and he's going to be trying his best tonight to turn that completely around here tonight. I talked a little bit earlier about Doug Neal here in the 77 Simbox machine. Right now, sitting third is Tommy Delago is in the oh no, second place for him. Doug Neal sitting third. Adam Robertson sitting fifth, and it looks like everybody else, Randy Bledsoe, trying to catch him at the end of his second lap here. Right now, sitting 11th. You saw him almost clip the grass there, trying to see if he could scramble to find just a little more, and he does. 11th to 7th. Got a brand new driver out here, Ricky Williams in the number 4 Chevrolet. 15 drivers have qualified so far. A couple more drivers out. Going to put some more time out there. I think Brian Neff might be out there, seeing if he's putting some time down. There he is in the number 60. Should be in the Winn-Dixie. Ford. He is. Long time no see for Richard Suddeth out here. Good old Richard Sudden Death. He's going to be trying his best out here during qualifying. Right now sitting 17th. He's got to get a little more speed underneath this truck. Maybe see if he can get a little better angle. Let's see what he gets. 17th, 16th. So a little more. So he'll be starting from the back. See if Brian Neff can get a little something here. Right now we're seeing him qualify on his first lap. Have all these cars clumped together here at the beginning. Jerome Cooper ends up having the slowest lap here so far. That now pushes him down to 18th. Brian Neff slowing down. I think one hot lap, that should do it for him. 17th position. So a little slower. Right now, a couple drivers who have not started qualifying yet. Bobby Narberg, Ken Zeems, Fireball Woody, David Noble, Dean Viney, and Jacob Williams have not taken the track yet. I've seen they've gone out but not gotten a solid time yet. So I don't know if some of this going on out there in the chat. Sports Crazy Boy 1981. I'm going to end up talking to him here in just a little bit. Trust me, I've seen it. I got to know about it. I got to get more details on that. Qualifying has completed here, and that's going to do it. That brings us to Philip Temples taking home the beef jerky. Pole Award here tonight. Awesome job by Philip Temples. So we're going to have a little chat with Philip Temples out there when he gets locked and loaded into the car and gets ready for the race. Let's see. There he is. I see him. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of Philip Temples here. Here he is. Philip Temples, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, man. Dude, Pole Award here tonight. That means 2 bags of beef jerky. How's it feel?
It feels all right. It lap kind of felt slow to me.
Well, Billy Stanley's putting around a blazing time, but you needed just a little more, and you did. You were able to get another 10th out from underneath that truck. Is the key entering the turns here tonight to be fast?
The key to be fast tonight is going to be not to tear up your right front.
Alrighty, well, I know last week didn't go as well. I don't know if that's still a sore spot there, Philip. I know we have our good days and our bad days, but I'm glad to see you back out here, man. Definitely excited to see what you can do. I think, if I remember right, I've seen you at Texas before, and it's you were almost able to drive away with it.
I don't know, man. I don't like these 1.5 miles. I'm here to support Billy and what he's doing, and I'll race what they put in front of me.
All right, Philip Temples. Well, no super late model for you. We're in the trucks. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs here.
Thanks to Billy and all the guys that make this possible.
All right, Philip Temples. Great job tonight.
Also, Beef Jerky Unlimited.
Yeah, and 5-star beverages. Yeah.
And 5-star beverages.
I got you, man. A 17 Chevrolet of Philip Temples, everybody, and he'll be starting on the pole here tonight. All right. That's going to do it for him. Now, where is Daniel Holloway? I got to talk to him. There he is. Where is Daniel Holloway? We got to found his truck. Now let's talk to him. All right, let's go ahead and get this in the Hershey Kiss machine. 26 Chevrolet. Daniel Holloway, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, already easy. Sports Crazy Boy 1981 out there talking about that you actually out there getting the Podium 500 race tomorrow. I saw it on Facebook. Talk to me about what in the world that is.
It's one of those big races once a year for the Daytona 500, just like in the Rio Boys. There was like over 270, at least as far as I know, for drivers that signed up, and only 40 made it. And after Wednesdays and Thursdays for those heat races, and then today was for the last chance qualifying in the duels, and was able to squeeze it in there and to make that big race.
All right, congratulations. I know that is tough to get into. I would say, how does it compare here to the GRaceland Shootout Series?
That's I mean, it's a super speedway, so but you're in the next gen car, so I love those cars on that track, and there's some big names in there, some pros in that race too, so it's gonna be very very interesting in that race. It took me 3 years, and I finally made it this year, so gonna represent GRaceland out there, and that same paint scheme that's on this truck, that's on that car, so that way it's easy for you guys if anybody's going to be watching it out there. And I just saw the results where I'm at, so I'm going to be mid-pack around 27th, but 200 laps, that's a long race.
Yep, definitely have plenty of chances, and each race nerve-wracking just as much as the next. Give me your shout-outs, and tell us how we can find out where to find you.
It's going to be on, I do believe, on Twitch for the broadcasting, which is Podium and Podium 2 probably. So there was a big group commentators there, sorry. And I'll put some link on so that way everybody can race or watch the race. So it's can be interesting, and it's a win-win situation. So I mean, first time on there, but I'd like to shout out Billy and everything here too in this league, who having a wonderful time in this year. So I'm gonna hopefully tonight get some bad luck. The past 2 races just had some good trucks, but not getting the finishes. So and just want to shout out for those sponsors out there, Beef Jerky, Big Star, and everything. So and you up in the booth.
All Alrighty, good luck to you tonight, Daniel Holloway, and we'll see if that Hershey Kiss machine can make it in.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for our warm-up here, and that should get us locked and loaded for our next round. This should be a next slot here. Let's go ahead and get everybody gridded up here, as they should be locking and loading there on pit road. If I'm not mistaken, Doug Neal. Boy, oh boy, he's going to be happy about that start. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at where they start here on the starting grid tonight. Let's take a look. Philip Temples and Tommy DeLago starting in row 1. Doug Neal sitting third with Billy Stanley on the outside. Great start for Billy Stanley here in the top 5. Adam Robertson sitting 5th with Robert Bomdude sitting in the 6th position. Randy Bledsoe sitting 7th. Douglas Johnson 8th. Corey Coe on the inside of row 5. Robert Lynch sitting 10th. Daniel Holloway, we just talked to him, sitting in that 11th position, so he's going to have to fight his way to get not too much into the top 10. He'll have Robert Lynch. It's going to be pretty tough to get around. Ricky Williams, brand new driver, sitting in the 12th position, the number 4 machine, so we'll see how he does tonight. From the rest of the field, Austin Evans, last week's winner, sitting 13th. Greg Myers in the 53 machine, sitting 14th. Larry Fairman on the inside of row 8 with Richard Sudduth will be sitting on the outside. Brian Neff behind him in the Winn-Dixie machine, 17th. Jerome Cooper in the 18th position. Ken Zeems, Jacob Williams, Dean Viney, David Noble, Bobby Narberg, and Fireball Woody rounding out just about the back half of the field here. I think some of these guys, yes, it shows me in their truck, but decide not to qualify. Can't blame them. Sometimes it's better just to watch the field kind of do its thing. And then go ahead and go out there and give it a shot. A lot easier to do it that way. Rotate back up front here. Taking a look at these guys stacking out on the track. I'm excited. I have got 24 Gander Outdoor trucks out there. Yeah, I'm going to call it the Gander Outdoor trucks for now. I know Craftsman is now traded over, and now they will be running it, but not for the time being. Let's go ahead and get locked and loaded here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I appreciate you joining us here at SimTrax Broadcast, and this is going to be a doozy here. This is going to be a doozy. We'll real quick run over one more time here. Texas Motor Speedway, 70 degrees out on the track. 2 sets of tires, no faster pairs, a 50% fuel limit, 35 laps. We got locked and loaded for this one. It should be a blast. Philip Temples being in the front with Tommy DeLago. That to me is going to be a race in itself. Just these 2 guys here in the front. Billy Stanley's going to try to keep up with him and know he's faster in the draft. So let's see him get it done here, as we should be under green flag. Here we go. Philip Temples drops to the inside a little bit to get away from Tommy DeLago. Don't want to really make him guess here. If we end up in a restart, it will be all on the leader, Philip Temples being that. Rotating our way to the back here a little bit. Doug Neal sitting 3rd. He's already trying to see if he can get some distance with Billy Stanley. He's riding higher. Riding higher just a little bit. That may cost him just a little bit, as Adam Robertson's now going to make the move here for that 4th position. Robertson rotates up a little bit. You see him getting loose, and that's one thing about fresh tires. They've got to be careful as soon as they get started in the first couple of laps. Everything A-OK. Robertson's able to hold that truck down on the bottom, and he keeps it contained. But Billy Stanley, talk about moving a whole bunch of lanes here. Billy Stanley, from almost the 3rd lane, sweeps down into the 2nd. Giving Robertson something to think about. No rotation up for him. DeLago off by about a 1/4 second from Philip Temples. As we're taking a look topside from where these guys are. Biggest mover of the race so far, Austin Evans, has slid up 3 positions, sitting 10th. So right now he's on a tear, looking pretty good. Robert Lynch dropped down 2. So maybe a little slow start for him, but he'll have plenty of chances to get back up front. Looks like the battle slowed down here as Billy Stanley is able to re-secure 4th. So right now, unchanged for the top 5. First person to change any position would be Randy Bledsoe in the 8 Chevrolet here. Let's take a quick look at him driving by here. Getting real close to that painted line here on the bottom. Got to be very careful. A lot of guys get slick once they hit that paint. All right, starting lap 4, lap 3, no problems here so far. A lot better than last week. I think we had somebody spin out on lap 1. Taking her way on back. Looks like Daniel Holloway a little bit. He's still sitting 11th. Robert Lynch dropped down 2. Greg Myers up 1. Ryan Neff, he's trying to get a little something here. Ryan Neff on the outside, side by side. It looks like Larry Fairman in 11th forward. Ryan Neff's moved up 3 positions. It seems like the outside line here is holding pretty well here. I know rolling down on the bottom where the paint is, the very, very inside line is not the best place to be. It's actually stepping up about a truck and a half length up the track. It's a lot easier on the tire. It's a lot easier to rotate around. You're able to carry a lot more outside speed, which is exactly how Brian Neff got around here. Richard Suddeth trying a different way other than that. He doesn't agree with that. And Richard Suddeth is now on the bottom. This is actually a battle back here for 15th position. We'll rotate up front because it looks like Delago's starting to close in a little bit here on Philip Temples. Oh, Richard Suddeth. Easy there, buddy. Little shot there to Larry Fairman in the number 11 Ford. He loses a couple positions here, down to 17th. So I'm sure that it's heated up a little bit on the radio there for those two guys. Getting back up front, Philip Temples may be tuned in the broadcast here. Heard me say Tommy Delago was starting to reel him in, and Temples back on the gas. Stretches it out to almost a quarter of a second lead again, but who's on the move is Doug Neal, closing the gap in the 77. So far, 4 Chevrolets and a Ford in the top 5. Next time you'll see a Ford will be Brian Neff in the 14th. All Chevrolets here so far. Everybody really sporting that, not really choosing a Toyota, except Robert Lynch has. And he will be the only Toyota out here. Hopefully he'll see how well he gets going out there. Tommy Delago trying to see if he can use this front stretch to reel him in just a little bit as we're cautionless through 7 laps. Halfway through lap 8 here, 86 trying to rotate through. Good turn there so far. That's exactly what he needs. He's getting the run. 86 will drop to the bottom. Here, Philip Temples is going to have to hang high. Can the 86 hold it? Little touch to the paint. Now he's rotated up. Philip Temples tries to door draft him a little bit. And Philip Temples will lose the lead for the first time here tonight as Tommy Delago gets a lead lap. Big time moves here. Philip Temples not big on having dirty air. Philip Temple's going to be trying to make the move and reel him back in. Billy Stanley has lost a position here to Adam Robertson and maybe to Randy Bledsoe. Randy Bledsoe in the awesome mirror-colored number 81 machine. As he rotates himself and now into the top 5. Right now, season winners. Adam Robertson of last season. Excuse me, of season number 2. And Randy Bledsoe of season number 1, sitting right now 4th and 5th. Watch out for these two guys to meet back up with each other. I know there's a little something between Robertson and Philip Temples. We'll see if those two meet. Billy Stanley on the march back now, down to 7th. Robert Bomdude on the top, sitting 6th. So I wouldn't say that Billy's slacking off right now, but it may be a tire conservation play here. Billy may be kind of sitting back here just a little bit, letting those tires kind of wear in a little bit, and then he'll start pouring on the coal just a little bit. Billy Stanley's lost 3, but Daniel Holloway has gained 3, looking for the 4th. Here he comes, number 26, starting to use the draft from the 8. He's going to see if he can stick the nose in here. Oh, man, what a turn. He's able to carry it on through. Around he goes. 4 positions for him now, 7th. Awesome job here. Let's see if Philip Temples is getting ready to make a move back on Tommy Delago. Tommy Delago hanging up top. Philip Temples trying to do the same move we saw last time. Good shot here from the top. You see the distance. Talk about Doug Neal, right? Stuck right in the middle. He's not quite sure which lane to pick. 86, following the 86 might be the way to go. Philip Temple's taking a more aggressive route here toward the center. Sliding the truck. Here he comes. 17 Meineke. Yeah, he's got the lead. He's going to lead himself another lap there. Oh, man, I bet you Tommy Delago doesn't know Doug Neal's there. Well, he's going to. Doug Neal giving him a little rub there on that left quarter panel. Great job here so far by Doug Neal, not trying to get in any trouble. These guys shoot down the back chute here. Looks like Adam Robertson trying to see if he can find any room around the 77. Doug Neal playing a good block there. A little touch to the apron is going to cause him to buck up just a little bit. Randy Bledsoe's watching. Randy Bledsoe sitting in that 5th position. He's going to stick his nose in right where Adam Robertson is. Robertson sees it and blocks. Down toward the bottom. Robertson rotates back up a car and a half length up top and seeing if he can carry it on through. So Randy Bledsoe having some trouble here, trying to figure out how to get another line. Looks like Billy Stanley's woes continue here. Higher side for him, as it looks like Corey Coe, the number 25 machine, he's gonna slice on through. So Billy Stanley down to 9th. Daniel Holloway, man, something may have happened to Robert Baumdude there. Looks like the 9 got a little loose. 26 fired the gap, and around he went. Back up front, Tommy Delago still looking. Right now, Chevrolet's 1, 2, and 3. Adam Robertson's Ford trying to see if he can make up a little gap here to Doug Neal. Right now, he's under fire by Randy Bledsoe. Here he comes, turn 1. Robertson stays toward the top. Bledsoe slicing on the bottom. Keep going. Here we go. Come on, get a little something here. Looks like, oh man, Randy Bledsoe's going to try to carry it on through. One thing that you'll see these guys do sometimes out here is as they pedal around the turn, they'll hold the gas to the floor and actually use the left foot to drag the brake to see if they can grab a little more traction or slow the truck down rather than let off the gas. Tommy Delago has gotten a hold of Philip Temples, made the pass here, and gotten his way back to the front. Let's see if we can take a quick peek at that pass. Top side where we missed it. Move there, and looks like he just went ahead and pulled out and used the front stretch to get a hold of him. Great job. All right, let's get back live here. Moving on around, Randy Bledsoe still trying to get this position here from Robertson. Robertson holding the top Ole Miss Billy Stanley line up there. Gets a little loose, coming through too. Man, that wall's going to come, reach out and grab him next time he does that one more time. Having a lot to look at. Tommy Delago still leading this one, taking a look at the back of the field here. Beef Jerky, the Unlimited Chevrolet. So far, so good. Tommy Delago able to hold out this lead here so far, and now he's stretching. Half a second over Philip Temples here. Unsure if these guys may need to pit. I would question, some probably will. Doug Neal is already going ahead and doing it. Doug Neal, first one down pit road, and he's going to see if he can offset everybody on these pit stops. He may be the one to get it done, stretch it out just a little bit. Now, I will say, Tommy Delago's best time out here is almost a 30 seconds flat. His last time was a 31 second. Let's continue on going. Fireball Woody, Billy Stanley, Dean Viney, and Robert Lynch have already pit. Doug Neal and Brian Neff are sitting down pit road as we're taking a look at Philip Temples coming down. All those guys will end up getting their laps back as then we wait for the leaders to come down. Only one who was in the top 5 who came down is Philip Temples. That last lap. Tommy Delago now out to a 2.5 lead over Adam Robertson. Definitely, we're seeing here that tire conservation is working perfectly. He lost a couple bags of beef jerky to Philip Temples for the pole, but right now is not planning on losing this race. Pit road starting to heat up just a little bit more. Delago, Bledsoe, Baumdude, Corey Coe, and Douglas Johnson. Just to name a few on their way down as Adam Robertson gains the lead. He's going to see if he can put some distance here on Daniel Holloway, but like I said, right now, the way everything looks out here on the track, it's going to shuffle up pretty good. We're looking at Fireball Woody. He's already pit, so he's on fresh tires right now. And some of these guys, it's gonna be a little mix-up. So Daniel Holloway, here he comes, squeaking out. He'll get himself a lead lap. Adam Robertson, Greg Myers, Richard Sudduth, Ken Zeems are the next ones to come down pit. Drivers who have yet to pit: Daniel Holloway, Austin Evans, Jacob Williams, Ricky Williams, and Larry Fairman. Right now, our top 5 drivers out there have yet to pit. Have no fear. Some of your guys who are laps down, it's okay. They're going to get back on the lead lap here in just a moment. The key is when to pit. Was it a good idea for Doug Neal to pit early? Is it a good idea for Adam Robertson to pit a couple laps ago and Austin Evans? When does he decide to come in? Because he is holding out for about as long as I figure he can here on the inside. Just don't know if he's running out of fuel just yet. Oh yeah, I was gonna say we're hopping inside now, but he's definitely running out of fuel. So down comes our leader, but new leader. I figured that may have been a clean sweep of the top 5 coming down. Austin Evans and Ricky Williams. Larry Fairman's on his way down. And the only holdout here so far is Jacob Williams. And I've got to say, I think he's out of fuel. I think he's out of gas. I think Jacob Williams is out of gas. Oh, try to stretch it just a little more. Oh, man. Dang. Well, he should have enough speed sitting at 80 miles an hour right now to work his way back around. Next person is about 27 seconds off his rear bumper. Dang, Jacob Williams, so close. I thought he might have been able to go around. I figured that was as far as they could go. So Jacob Williams working his way down. Daniel Holloway will regain the lead. Close behind him will be Randy Bledsoe. Randy Bledsoe and Doug Neal. Right now, this is the battle. Here they come, squeezing for the second spot. Randy Bledsoe, Doug Neal, Philip Temples. These guys are within about a 1/10 of a second. Side by side, Doug Neal on the bottom. Randy Bledsoe sitting up top. Philip Temples deciding, inside lanes where it needs to be. Interesting enough, Philip Temples still following this inside lane after we saw him bleeding off so much speed before. Losing it there to Tommy Delago, which Tommy is actually falling down now from leading down to 5th. Not too far behind. This is where he sits. We chase him down here for just a little while. Let's see if we can take a look out of the hood of his machine, seeing if you can reel in Randy Bledsoe. You definitely see how the banking's changing a little bit. Is when you start seeing the side of Randy Bledsoe's truck, it's kind of dog tracking there a little bit as it's sliding on around. So big time, hard turn from that truck in front of him. You see Randy Bledsoe trying to send it in here. Normally you want the truck a little more square heading around that, but not in this case. Daniel Holloway out to that half-second lead, so his pit stop was perfect. I will say, Daniel Holloway had a 10-second pit stall time. Doug Neal's was 15, Philip Temple's 14. Randy Bledsoe at under 10 at a 9.7. So big time changes here, and a lot of guys doing some pit strategy with 8 to go. Throw your hands up in the air out there, everybody. Right now, no cautions. We got 7 laps to go. Super excited to see this one go. Doug Neal trying to see if he can get a little more, and Philip Temple starting to turn on the afterburners here. Philip Temple's only off by about half a second to Daniel Holloway. Talking to Daniel Holloway a little bit about his upcoming event. Let's see if he can squeeze a little more. Go. He's got to roll. Right now, I think Billy Stanley is down in 23rd position. I think he might actually be 4 laps down. I don't know if something happened, if he had a technical problem. I know sometimes those VRs will have a hiccup. Dang. Right now, drivers that are still laps down. Jacob Williams, we saw that ran out of fuel, 19th. Bobby Narberg sitting 20th. Adam Robertson, 21st. Greg Myers, 22nd. Billy Stanley, 23rd. And David Noble, 24th. Some of these guys did have longer pit stall times. Narberg and Robertson and Greg Myers each had 55, actually Robertson and Myers, had 55-second pit stall times, as well as David Noble. So normally that amount of time was either fighting damage or they sped into pit road, and it was a 30-second hold. So let's keep an eye as we are coming up with only 4 laps left to go. Daniel Holloway and Philip Temples getting ready to see if they can take the lead away. Philip Temples taking a look, but talk about resurrecting his race. Tommy Delago, here he comes in the 86 Chevrolet, following right behind Philip Temples. So Far so good out of these guys. Everything's starting to slow down just a little bit. Fastest time on the track last lap was Tommy DeLago, the 30.35. Philip Temples had a 30.49. Daniel Holloway, the 30.58. Philip Temples last pit on lap 20, Tommy DeLago on 21, and Daniel Holloway on 23. Something tells me Daniel Holloway's wishing he had taken 4 tires here as Philip Temples is taking a peek on the outside. Coming up on Fireball Woody, looks like they may be putting him a lap down here, and they are. Good job by Fireball Woody up toward the top. Oh, man, Fireball ain't gotta bend the truck up there, buddy, but appreciate you moving. All right, speaking of moving, Tommy DeLago now second. Philip Temples is making the move there for the lap traffic. 17 Chevrolet of Philip Temples now trying to churn. Keep going here. Right behind him, Greg Myers in the 53 is a lap down, but he's still up here competing, getting out of the way, though. He can still keep going. Doug Neal sitting 5th, Randy Bledsoe 4th. Right now, this is going to be awesome for Season 1 champ Randy Bledsoe. Sitting 4th. I know he wants another one. Oh, no. Caution. Trying to see if we can find what happened out there. See, I do see some damage to Corey Coe here. So that may be what's going on. So if you guys just hold on just a moment, let's go ahead and see if we can find what happened. All right, let's take a look at it top side here, figure out what happened. Yeah, it looked like a little bit of net code there, but that definitely got the 2 of these guys collected up just a little bit there. Yeah, we saw the 25 machine disconnect there just a hair. This being 006 of Bobby Narberg and the 25 of Corey Coe. Brought out our caution. All right, so this puts us in a unique situation where now guys who had started getting separated, guys who have been falling off, are going to try to go at it again. Coe is down pit road, and that may be it for his night here. So far, a couple of drivers will get one driver will get the wave around. I believe Billy Stanley may be our lucky dog around. Pace car lights, I believe, are still on. Cautions do not, should be a green-white checker here since we are so close to the end. We're taking a ride along here with Billy Stanley, the king of rock and roll. All right, out there in the chat, looks like Beth Glittner, Kathy Wallace, Heather Jewett, Kathy Wallace, yeah, Peter Wolf. Take a look here at Billy. All right, so the car does a little shuffle here. Should be ready to get locked and loaded here. For the pace truck, should have the lights out side by side. Daniel Holloway and Tommy DeLago. Right now, it's not looking too good here for Mr. Holloway. He's going to have to get a heck of a restart here on this one. He's going to have to tree him when we get to the Geico restart zone. Tommy DeLago is probably going to hang up another lane and a half. And they'll be probably at sleeper back here, Randy Bledsoe. Bledsoe not taking any tires. But Doug Neal will have a chance to get back up there. Robert Lynch as well. Good to see Robert Lynch up here in the number 21 Toyota. He's going to see if he can get a little something down out here. Right now sitting 6th. Austin Evans, last week winner, sitting 7th. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Spectators are back up in the stands. Barney's got the green flag up. And here we go. 2 to go at the line. White flag next time by. Stay up here where Tommy DeLago is going to be seeing if he can get around the Hershey Kiss Chevrolet. Now Daniel Holloway's got it between 1 and 2. Seeing if he can get the separation now. Now's the hard part. Tommy DeLago, you see him sneaking out there looking for some fresh air. Here so far, no, nothing can do. Right now, Daniel Holloway holding the bottom line. And they still remain 1, 2, and 3. Daniel Holloway, Tommy DeLago, Philip Temples. White flag is out. What happens, happens. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Oh, man. As the 86 machine of Tommy DeLago closes the gap here. Let's get a little closer to the action here as we take a look at Philip Temples trying to see if he can sneak this second position. He's going to fire it between 3 and 4. Tommy DeLago sees it, takes a quick block. But he's going to try and make a move here on Daniel Holloway. Holloway is closing the gap. Little nudge here by Randy Bledsoe to back Philip Temples. Race to the line, cut through the grass. No, can't do. Daniel Holloway, Tommy DeLago, Philip Temples, 1, 2, and 3. Bledsoe up 3 positions, and Austin Evans up 8 in the 5th. Excellent job. Man, that was a good shootout right there to the end. That's exactly what you want to see out of the Graceland Shootout Series. That's how it should be done. Yes. Much better. Much better. All right, everybody, don't go away. We're going to be tracking everybody else down next week. Boy, if you thought this was something, we've been at some 2-mile tracks. We're at the 1.5-mile cookie cutters. Now we're going to head to Bristol. We head to Bristol next week. So we'll ask a couple of these drivers kind of what they think about coming into that. Excellent job here, Daniel Holloway. Come on, Tommy, get your butt up there. They're looking for a picture. All right, great job by all our drivers out here. That was awesome. That was awesome right there at the end. I wasn't sure how far it was going to go. That definitely did it. A couple of drivers who haven't been out here to the Graceland Shootout Series so far are going to get themselves some points. And we'll get the points up for you guys next time we see you. So don't go away. We'll be right back and try to chase down some of these drivers. buddy, and some people would call that a bop. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Third place finisher here, Philip Temples. I wasn't sure I'd be talking to you in this position. Philip Temples, talk to me about the track out there tonight.
Oh, that was fun. I just kept burning off my right front. I told you right front was going to be the key.
Yeah, 100%. I know you and Tommy DeLago were going back and forth, but it's tough here at Texas. I know when they took away that banking, it's tough.
Yeah, that was fun though. Me and Tommy had a blast.
All right, was there anybody else? I thought I saw Randy Bledsoe in the 81 Chevrolet give you a little nudge there, right, heading into 1 and 2.
He might have. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what was behind me. I was just looking out the front windshield.
All right. What was the favorite part of this track before I ask you about next week?
I don't know. It was just fun racing. I had a blast with Tommy, and it's the most fun I've had all year.
All right. I know I've talked to you before, and you always like filling tracks up with water, but Bristol's where you guys end up next week. How confident you feeling at a more of a short track?
At that place, they need to fill it up with water.
Well, I'd rather them fill it up with water and fill it up with dirt. Philip Temples, give me shout-outs here, bud.
Thanks to 5 Star Beverages and Beef Jerky Unlimited and all the guys, Billy for putting us on. That was a blast. I had fun.
Oh, yeah. A lot cleaner than last week, man. A lot cleaner. So definitely makes the race go by a lot faster. All righty. Philip Temples in the 17 Chevrolet Meineke truck. Great job.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. That'll be Philip Temples. That moves us to Tommy DeLago. Second place finisher here tonight. Awesome job by him. Man, oh man, that was something. We got to talk to Tommy here. Tommy, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
What a ride that was here at the end, man. Talk to me about it. First stage, you were so fast out there. What happened here second stage? Talk to me about it.
I think we were still fast. We were just in traffic a little bit. I think we would have had a chance to win if the yellow wouldn't have come out, because I was blowing by people and I was faster than Daniel until the yellow came out and everybody got a chance for their tires to cool down. And starting on the outside, I had momentum going into turn 1, but I couldn't go down low because Daniel was there. So I thought I would do a late apex, but it just didn't respond. And then Temples got down in there. And I'm like, man, now I'm in a rock and a hard place. And I was able to get just enough momentum. And then he tapped me in the rear bumper trying to do a little bump pass. And it was just Dyson. It was fun. Daniel did a great job. Yellow came out when he could use it, and really didn't have too much for him as long as he held his line. If he would have made a mistake and left the line open, I think I could have ran away. I had a lot of tire left. Talking to these guys here after the race, seemed like I had a little more tire left than Daniel or Philip. But that's racing. Yellow comes out. You do what you do. I mean, still a great points night. Great night for Beef Jerky Unlimited. Great night for the beverage company. I finally got it on my truck there, so we can look proper. It was awesome to race with Temples. We can. I know he can drive, so I know early on we were dicing with each other, and we're not giving each other much room, and it's just fun when somebody's going to be able to hold their line. And what can I say? Just another great night here at the old GRaceland Shootout.
Texas Motor Speedway was definitely something here tonight. But next week we head to Bristol. So how you feeling about that concrete short track?
I usually do pretty good there in the trucks. Hopefully I can get a little more practice than I did tonight there. But there is a war of attrition. Just half the battle is trying to keep your truck clean, and it's going to be interesting there with no fast repairs or nothing. So it'll.
Oh yeah,
I think qualifying is going to be very important to try to stay out of some of the mess.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Always have fun there.
Oh yeah. Well, last year they went 50 laps cautionless. So these guys are very, very tough. They enjoy it, something fierce. But we take them out of the super lates and now into the trucks. Awesome job here tonight, man. I'm glad to see this turned up better for you than Las Vegas did. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs.
Shout-outs, Graceland Shootout, Hound Dog. He's a great guy. Crun's running the league. He's doing a great job. All the guys, what a major improvement from last week. Everybody did a hell of a job. I think everybody had a pretty good time. Obviously, I got to thank my wife, Beef Jerky Unlimited. My buddy Bomb, dude. I don't know how he did. I hope he did okay. He's up there in the points too. But it was fun racing. Glad Daniel won. Just fun. Just having a blast, man. And I like watching other guys win. And for me, I'm trying to get as much points as I can because I know I'm going to have to miss a couple races. But we have a couple. That's why I was mad I got knocked out last week, is because I don't have those kind of races. I can't afford those races I'll probably miss at least 2 or 3 races, and I just want to see how I could finish in the points, being that my real job is going to take me out of it. But thank you for what you do. I'm having a blast, man. I'll see you guys next week.
All righty. Thank you, Tommy Delago.
Thank you.
All right, buddy, Tommy Delago. That moves me to Daniel Holloway. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Daniel Holloway, I talked to you once. I'm going to talk to you again. You come away with a win. How's it feel?
Oh, pretty good. I got that monkey off the back, especially starting this season.
All right, talk to me here about tire strategy. I see your pit stop time. Talk to me about it.
I took 2 rights and had enough fuel, and I did not want to see that caution because I was borderline. That as soon as I crossed a checker flag there, I had like 0.2, so there was no way I could have done another green-white checkers.
What? You even gambled on fuel?
I sure did.
Dude, that is the one thing I don't mess around with, man. I always make sure I got 1 or 2 extra gallons because holy cow, man, it just squeaking it right there at the end. How nervous were you with Tommy Delago and Philip Temples getting behind you on this restart?
A lot of mirror driving, but I was keeping mine in line, so if they were gonna pass me, they had to do it on the outside. But I don't know if they took 2 or 4 tires, but I think I made the right call as far as the 2 tires there and holding my line. She was loose in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 I was holding it there. But it just luck of the caution coming out and the fuel and just enough time to squeak this out. I'll take it. Past 2, I was knocked out and didn't finish, so I'll take this one.
All right, well, the only 2 in the top 5 that decided to gamble with tires was you and Randy Bledsoe. Tommy Delago and Philip Temples, per their pit lane time, both got 4 tires, so they were locked and loaded and ready to take you on, but maybe even not just the 2 tires, but the fuel gamble here of trying to shed a little more weight definitely won it for you. Bristol Motor Speedway is where we end up next week. You came up 10 positions here tonight. How confident you feeling at Bristol?
Well, we were in the super late models last year, and I drove away and won that and led all the laps. So it's a good track. I love Bristol trucks, so it's a different story now. So I just gotta go out there. I'm sure it's 50 laps. Anything can happen. No fast repair. So it's like a nutrition, but yet aggressive.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I believe I came on with you guys after the Bristol race. I heard because everybody said, man, we went 50 laps, no cautions last time at Bristol. And they said, man, we were slicing and dicing, we were trading paint, we were scrubbing the wall, and we still finished the race. So, man, I can't wait to see how that works out. And hearing that you won that, I'm gonna take that as your shout out there that you're gonna aim for that. So, hey, speaking of shout outs, Daniel Holloway, go ahead and give them to me, man.
Shout out to 5 Star Beverage for the sponsor and Beef Jerky Unlimited. I'd like to thank those sponsors came on for gRaceland Shootout series, and I'd like to thank Billy for this league and also Robert putting up a great admin and running this league show, and great group of guys in this league here. Racing wise, clean. I know you got your ups and downs, but sometimes heat in the moments. But you wave that off for last race, start fresh again, and you up in the booth. Gotta thank you again as far as on here for Simtrax Broadcasting, and I'd like to thank all the friends and family out there. I know Sarah's watching. My wife, gotta thank her, and now. Off to tomorrow for that big, huge race, and hopefully everybody tunes in and root for me and my teammates on there, because that's going to be a long race, and hopefully you see this Hershey Kisses up front towards the end.
Alrighty, Daniel Holloway, 26 Chevrolet. Great job tonight.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
You too. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for our production here tonight. Awesome job here by Daniel Holloway, up 10 positions. Tommy Delago started second, ended second. Philip Temples lost a couple positions off the pole, but he did win some beef jerky from Beef Jerky Unlimited, setting third. Randy Bledsoe up 3 positions into fourth, and Austin Evans up 8 positions into fifth. Awesome job by all our drivers here tonight. I do want to kind of mention out there, all you guys out there in the chat. I appreciate you guys showing up. Beth Glittner, good night all. I appreciate you guys. And we will see you guys all next week for Bristol. It's going to be a blast once again. I am so happy that just that one caution looked like a little bit of net code. Somebody blinked out and some bad things happened right there at the end. But they got it squared away, and now we got Bristol 50 laps at that concrete track. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I will see all of you next time.